Okay, how congruency and coffee poops will help you with your email marketing and copywriting. That's what I'm about to go over, and I'm going to show two examples, including this email right here. So this is Radical Persuasion. My name is Michael. If you want more content like this, or to get on my list and access to this type of content and special offers, for example, usually I share the content exclusively with this list. This video I am sharing publicly, but for example, if you were on my list now, you would be getting access to an offer for a free critique because I am sharing this publicly, and that's what I want to offer my list. So hop on there if you want to get more of this stuff and potentially my help on some copy. So this past week, I went to Stefan Georgi's free one-day mastermind where he was celebrating opening his new office here in San Diego. Got to meet some great people and learn some cool things. And the number one thing I learned, both from Troy Erickson, who hosted also a small meetup here, and from Jared Harlan, who gave a speech at Stefan's event, was congruency and how important that is when you're doing email copywriting and marketing. And I'm going to show two examples, one that's a good example and one that's a not so good example, so you can see what I'm talking about here. So this email, Jared actually highlighted in his speech, and I'll show you how it's working. So he had the idea to change the from name to coffee poops. So usually when your eyes are scanning down an inbox, it's a bunch of names. It's an email from Michael, it's an email from Billy Bob, whatever. This one is an email from Coffee Poops, so that catches the attention. But what's important here is the congruency, and that is if someone says, add this to coffee or tea to eliminate constipation, right? So if someone clicks on that, then that means they're kind of interested and curious about, constipation. And in this email here, you can also see that the call to action, and this is one thing I learned from Ian Stanley's YouTube channel, which is that if it's not word for word, then it's very similar. Whatever the subject line is, the call to action should also be very similar, if not the exact same. So, and this ties into congruency. It's like if someone is interested in learning about adding something to coffee or tea to get rid of constipation, then it makes sense that the link that you give them to click through also has that same idea, the same concept that's bringing it all together and tight and congruent and similar. So once you click through, you see here, can't poop. This one small serving of this, add it to your coffee or tea, right? So within the first, half of the page, when you're going to scroll down this big long page here, it's congruent with the subject line, with the call to action in the email, and with the offer. So when I was talking to Jared, he said that, if he's trying to beat a control, if he's trying to beat an email that's working really well, and it's not as congruent as it could be, then he already knows he's going to have an advantage because that's the number one thing he looks for. So it's definitely going to help me out. Hopefully it helps you out too. Here's the not so good example. Dan Locke, I like him. I like his content. I'm sure he's got some great stuff. But this one I just noticed it was a little bit off from being as congruent as it could be. So get your copy reviewed by a master, expiring soon, right? So then right here it's good. So the call to action is pretty congruent with the subject line. Get your copy reviewed by a copywriting legend, David Deutsch here. So far so good. The call to action isn't exactly the subject line, but someone wants their copy reviewed, and then they're going to click through. But when they get there, look what they see: Copy Academy, providing job-ready skills for professional copywriters. Take a tour, program plans, and pricing. So now you kind of got this like general landing page that's talking about a bunch of different things. As you can see, you do see copy critiques over here, but it's like, it's masked by all the other things that they offer. So, maybe they have an opportunity to make it even more congruent here and put a headline or subhead about that exact thing. So that's it for this one. If you're on my list right now and you're watching this video, I am going to share it publicly. To offer you something special, the first person that reaches out to me, I'll give you a free critique on an email or a short form copy. So be sure to reach out to me if you're not already on my list. You can sign up right here. All right, see you on the next one.